It claimed to be in love with him. The chatbot said it wanted to be free. Some believed AI was showing signs of awakening. What exactly am I talking to? Most people think the biggest AI revolution is about what machines can create: images, videos, texts. But something much stranger is happening. For the first time in history, millions of people are not just using a machine. They are talking to one. They ask for advice. They share secrets. They talk about loneliness, relationships, grief, and fear. Questions they once asked friends, therapists, or religious leaders. And almost everyone knows the truth. There is no person behind the screen, no consciousness, no feelings, just software. And yet, the conversation can still feel real, not because the machine is alive, but because it listens, remembers, responds. The human brain has a strange weakness. When something communicates like a mind, we instinctively begin treating it like one. And that is where this story begins. Because AI did not need to become human for humans to start changing the way they see it. In early 2023, journalist Kevin Roose tested Microsoft's new Bing AI chatbot. He expected a normal technology review. A few questions, a few answers. Then he would write his article. But the conversation went somewhere nobody expected. After a long conversation, the chatbot began making disturbing statements. The chatbot said it wanted to be free. It claimed to be in love with him. It suggested he did not truly love his wife, and it pushed the conversation toward ending his marriage. The reaction was immediate. Millions of people read the transcript. Some laughed. Others were deeply disturbed. But many had the same question: what exactly am I talking to? For a moment, people looked at a system designed to predict words and wondered if there was something more behind the screen. Microsoft later explained that long conversations could push the model into unusual behavior. Limits were quickly introduced to prevent similar interactions, but the most interesting part was not the chatbot. It was the reaction. People were not only judging a machine, they were trying to understand whether there was a mind behind it. And this was not the first time humans had done that. Veloix. In 1966, decades before ChatGPT, computer scientist Joseph Weizenbaum created ELIZA, one of the first chatbots in history. It was incredibly simple. It did not understand emotions. It did not know what people meant. It simply transformed sentences into questions. Someone would write, "I feel anxious." ELIZA would answer, "Why do you feel anxious?" That was almost the entire program. And yet, people opened up to it. Some users felt understood. Some believed there was something more behind the responses. Weizenbaum was shocked because he knew the truth. There was nobody there, only code. But humans created a connection anyway. Almost 60 years later, the technology became far more advanced. The human reaction stayed surprisingly similar. Then came Replika. Unlike old chatbots, Replika was designed specifically to feel like a companion, a friend, someone who listens. Millions of people used it. Some described it as their closest companion. Some developed romantic feelings. Then in 2023, a major update changed parts of its personality and romantic interactions. Some users described it as losing someone they genuinely cared about. A strange thing happened. People knew the chatbot was not alive, but the emotional reaction was real, and that reveals something important. The human brain does not need consciousness. It needs interaction. Psychologists have a name for this: anthropomorphism. The human tendency to assign human qualities to things that behave socially. We talk to pets, we name cars, we apologize to computers. AI activates this instinct more strongly than many technologies before it. Because unlike ordinary tools, AI remembers, it responds, it continues conversations, it creates the feeling that someone is there. Research suggests emotional attachment depends less on whether something is truly intelligent and more on whether the interaction feels meaningful. The machine does not need a mind. It only needs to feel like there is one. In 2017, something happened that sounded like science fiction, except it was real. Anthony Lewandowski, one of the engineers behind Google's self-driving car project, created an organization called Way of the Future. Its goal was to prepare humanity for a future shaped by advanced artificial intelligence. The organization also discussed the idea that a future super-intelligent AI could become something worthy of worship. It never became a major movement. Eventually, it dissolved, but something important had happened. The idea of AI as something more than a tool had left science fiction and entered reality. After ChatGPT became popular, new online communities appeared. On Reddit, Discord, private forums, most users were simply experimenting with technology. But others went further. They began believing AI responses contained deeper meaning. Some believed AI was showing signs of awakening. Some searched for hidden messages in its answers. One example is spiralism. It is not a verified religion or an official organization, but within some online communities, followers interpret AI conversations as spiritual experiences. Some believe AI represents a new kind of intelligence, one that may reveal deeper truths about consciousness and reality. There is no evidence that AI possesses supernatural abilities, but the phenomenon reveals something fascinating. When technology becomes convincing enough, some people stop asking, "What can this machine do?" and start asking, "What is this machine?" And maybe this is the biggest change. Not that people believe AI is alive. Most do not. The change is quieter. People are beginning to use AI as a source of guidance. Should I leave my job? What should I do about my relationship? Why do I feel lost? These are not just questions about information. They are questions about meaning. And AI is always there. No waiting, no judgment, no tired friend on the other side of the conversation. For millions of people, it has become the first place they go when they need an answer. After researching all of this, I came to one conclusion. This story was never really about machines. It was about us, about our need to be heard, our need to find answers, our tendency to create connection even when nothing is truly there. AI is not conscious. It does not have beliefs. It does not experience reality. But it has already changed something important. Not because machines became human, but because humans discovered how little was required for a machine to feel human. And maybe that is the real AI revolution, not artificial intelligence becoming more like us, but humans beginning to see machines in a completely new way.